There's a new Temur ability in the next Magic set, Tarkir Dragonstorm, but is it any good? And does it feel very Temur-y? Let's see how it rates. The Temur ability is called Harmonize. I guess, according to the lore here, the Temur clan is very attuned to nature. Let's take a look at Roamer's Routine here as an example. This is a 3-mana sorcery that lets you search your library for a basic land and put it on the battlefield tap. Yeah, we've seen cards like this, but it has the Harmonize ability for 4 and a green, which lets you cast it again from your graveyard and then exile it. A quick side note, how many of you old school Magic players like myself thought of the actual card Harmonize when you saw this ability? Because I sure did. I remember getting this card way back in Planar Chaos in 2007, because I'm old. So Harmonize is a weird little mix of flashback and convoke. When you cast a card with Harmonize, you can tap one creature to lower the generic cost of the spell by the creature's power. Some things to note here is that you can only tap one creature, unlike convoke, and that you can only reduce the generic cost, not the color-specific cost. So no free cast by tapping a very powerful creature of the right color. It's weird that we have this ability and the Renew ability in the same set that both do things with the graveyard. One thing to note here is that Harmonize is an alternative casting method, while Renew is an activated ability. Harmonize feels very close to Flashback though, which is an ability I've always liked, particularly in Limited. I'm going to go ahead and give this one, for mechanics, just a solid B. It's a neat little twist on a mechanic I already like. As for flavor, I think this one hits pretty well. Temur is about big creatures and has cared about power in the past. We had Ferocious in the original Con set, which cared about if you had a creature with power 4 or greater. And in Dragons of Tarkir, we had Formidable, which cared if you had 8 total power. So a mechanic that cares about power, that reuses things from the graveyard, seems pretty Temur-y. I'm going to go ahead and give it an A- for flavor. Let me know in the comments if you disagree.